Mr. Wolf's Pancakes by Jan Franley. One day, Mr. Wolf was feeling hungry. He decided to make some pancakes. Yum, yum, he said, licking his lips at the thought of a big pile of fresh, delicious pancakes. Mr. Wolf had never made pancakes before, so he took his big recipe down off the shelf and looked inside. But wolves can't read it very well, and Mr. Wolf had trouble understanding it. So he went to get some help from his neighbors. He called on Chicken Little, who had lived next door. "Can you help, please? Help me read this?" he asked. "No," said Chicken Little, smelling the door in Mrs. Wolf's face pan. "Oh dear," sighed Mr. Wolf. He sat down slowly, read the book, and worked out what he needed all by himself. Mr. Wolf looked in his cupboard for ingredients, but he couldn't find anything he needed. "I'll go to the store and decide," he decided, and he settled down to write a list. But wolves aren't very good at writing, so Mr. Wolf called on Wee Wally Winkle. "You're very clever," said Mr. Wolf. "Can you help me write my shopping list, please?" "No," said Wee Willie Winkle. "Go away." He slammed his door. Bang! There's no need to be like that," said Mr. Wolf quietly. Mr. Wolf sat down and worked very hard at this writing until he had made his shopping list all by himself. Now he needed count his money to make sure he had enough, but wolves aren't very good at counting. So he went to Gingerbread Man for some help. "Can you help me count my money, please?" he asked. He asked politely. "No, I am too busy, I am too busy to bother with you," said the gingerbread man, slamming his door. Bang! So poor Mr. Wolf had to sit down and count his money. It took him a long time and had to check It took him a long time, and he had to check it 3 times before it was right. But he did it all by himself. Mr. Wolf needed a basket to carry his groceries, so he called on Little Red Riding Hood. "May I please borrow your basket?" he asked very nicely. "I am not leading my basket. I am not lending my basket to you," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Get out of here." So Mr. Wolf set off to the store without a basket. I'll manage," he said. Mr. Wolf went to the store. He looked at his list, remembered what he needed, counted out his money, and carried the egg, milk, and flour home all by himself. Now it was time to make the pancakes. But wolves aren't very good at cooking, so Mr. Wolf called on the 3 little pigs. Can you please help me cook my pancakes? I'll share them with you," he kindly said. "Forget about it," caused the pigs, slamming their door. Bang, bang, bang. Mr. Wolf felt sad because nobody wanted to help him. Mr. Wolf went home and started to make the pancakes all by himself. Soon there was a huge pile of delicious pancakes on his table, all ready for eating. Now, as Mr. Wolf had begun making his pancake, a lovely smell had drifted out the kitchen, and all the neighbors could smell it, and it made them feel very hungry. They wanted some pancakes too. They decided to try their luck. So they knocked on Mr. Wolf's door. "Give us some of your pancakes," said the rude bunch. "Why should I give any to you?" said Mr. Wolf. "Not one of you would help me." We'll help you eat them," replied Wolf's neighbor nastily. "Anyway, you're not going away until you give us some." Oh, Mr. Wolf thought very hard for a moment. There was only one decision decent thing to do. Oh, very well, then, and he sighed, you had better come." Mr. Wolf opened the door wide and whoosh! The greedy neighbors rudely pushed him aside and dashed down in the hall. Mr. Wolf shook his head and shrugged his shoulders, followed them into the kitchen, and when they were all in, Mr. Wolf gobbled them up. Snappy, snap, snippety, snappety. That was the end of his unhelpful neighbors. And then with his bulging stomach still not full, Mr. Wolf sat down to eat his pile of pancakes, and he did it all by himself. Well, there was nobody else around. The end. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.